I'm super pumped, first of all, that you've decided to at least check this out. I want to give you some background on the company, myself, and getting started, which you then would be a part of. And a lot of the terms might be new to you, like it was for me. I didn't know what a downline meant or any of that stuff meant. And you never have to worry about that because it all just kind of works out as long as you just focus on your journey and being positive and working on improving your life and other people's lives around you, sharing that journey. All the training, the lingo, the websites, all that stuff just starts to make sense. Just think about any other job or even just a volunteer thing that you do at the school. All of it's brand new until someone shows you a system and you start following it. And then it makes sense. And then before you know it, you're clicking away. First, I want to ask, do you want to have more consistency or accountability in your fitness? You find that you're a yo-yo dieter or that you really just need to have a system to latch onto so that you can really make this a lifestyle that is easy to implement, but also to inspire in other people. And that's the second question I want to ask you. Do you want to make a difference and impact other people's lives, moving them towards their success and their goals, really living out a purpose within yourself? Do you feel that in yourself now that that's what you're doing? And if you're not, do you want to do that? Do you want to inspire other people? Do you want to feel like when you wake up every day that you're making a difference? And the other thing that I wanted to ask is, do you really want to have more control over your time? You know, that's a lot of times people will say that they want more time and they want more freedom of their own time. That's great, but how are we going to get there? And I want to help you with that. But to have more freedom of your own time where you're not under someone else's approval to get time off, you definitely need to make sure that you then make an income. And the option and the possibility is here within coaching. Everyone does coaching a little bit different. There is no one way is the right way, and there is no one way directed by the company. You can decide that completely yourself, and your coach that you're working with now can really kind of decide the pace and the plan that you start off with. Because sometimes the plan that you start off with what you think you might do as a coach, changes because you kind of get in and you realize, oh, this is totally doable. This is not what I thought it was going to be scary. It's something I was already doing. And then you'll also find that people automatically start coming out of the woodwork and coming up to you wanting help. Before you know it, you really are going to be coaching people, even if you didn't plan to, just because it might be natural for you. By the end of the video, I want to share a little bit about my story, as well as to help you see where can you take your future. What's your future look like? And really kind of what's the best day? What's your vision that you can put out there in terms of what would your best day look like? And what are you doing and build with purpose? So Platinum Presenters is actually the name of the team that I decided to name the team when I joined as a Beachbody Coach, May 31st of 2008. And the reason why I thought, I think I need to put a name on this thing is because I really knew, especially with my background of where I was coming from and kind of working with a tribe and a community of fitness already, that I knew that if I start something else that can really have something that people latch onto, they feel connected, they feel supported, there's training, there's kind of a culture attached to it. And that's the reason why I knew I needed to create a team, because it didn't matter that on day one, person one, coach number one, joining, it didn't matter. I didn't have anyone on my team yet. I knew I was going to. I'm not a founding coach. The Beachbody opportunity was already running for about a year and a half before I decided to become a coach. But when I decided to join, I'm person number one out of my own team to join. That's exactly how you're going to be. And you don't have to create a team name, by the way. You don't have to. You can totally participate in your sponsor coach's team. And then later down the line, if you feel like you're really going to build in something, feel free to grow your own thing. But the thing is that Team Beachbody is a health and fitness company. And I'm Platinum Presenters. So yes, you'd be part of Team Platinum Presenters, the umbrella. But above that umbrella is the major company, Team Beachbody. Team Beachbody is a health and fitness company that has allowed us to have an opportunity to grow a personal business as an independent consultant for ourselves as an entrepreneur. And they are really focused on helping people create a healthy life where they are surrounding themselves with other like-minded people, focused on goal achieving, dreaming bigger, but also just really living more in a positive sense of confidence and more control over what you want for your future. So they've been a giant in the fitness industry since 1997. The reason why it's so successful is because so many times people already knew the names. That's the greatest part, is we don't need to educate people about a product, because the majority of people probably already have one of the products laying around dusty up in a shelf. But we don't need to educate people about health and fitness, first of all, or a workout to follow, or sometimes even a shake. So the names are already household. Beachbody was a giant in home video workout programming. They have P90X, Turbo Jam, Hip Hop Abs, and plenty more that people were already doing and getting huge success out of. What started happening is that because people were following the plug and play workout system, where they didn't have to think about, how do I train my muscles? They just followed the calendar and they changed their body. As long as they followed the system, that's always going to work. What they saw happening were customers who were using the products, had great success, were on these message boards, so online message boards, and you might have been on that yourself. I know I was on a Turbo Jam one called Let's Get the Party Started or something like that. And I remember I was constantly on those message boards, not a coach. I wasn't a coach. I was just a lover of Turbo, because I used to do that workout live. I was an instructor for it. And when Shalene created Turbo Jam for the video, it was natural to help people in the Turbo world. So that's why I was on those message boards, helping people become successful. Because those who really want to impact someone else's life, it really feeds your heart. And that's what I was doing. I really wanted other people to have success and to kind of love what I loved. That's what I wanted. I wanted people to love what I loved. And Beachbody saw that. They decided to open up Team Beachbody. And that's where they then allowed the customers who are already helping people to start getting paid for helping other people get fit. Because they knew that, you know what, we're only a few people in this building in California. We can't touch these people and help them have greater success to help other people as much as all these other people are already doing. If we can expand our reach and have more people kind of helping other people have success in those products, we're going to change the problem that we have with obesity and income and people doing what they love. And that's why they started the network marketing division. So here's the greatest part, which is one of the biggest differences between Beachbody and other network marketing companies out there. Because the truth is, there are a ton of network marketing businesses out there that you can decide to choose to do. And I want you to decide to connect with the one that feels the best, that looks like it will be there long term for you. And one thing that is unique about Beachbody is that they did not start as a company, as a network marketing company. They started already successful in the hundreds of thousands of millions profit business doing the home workout line. They could have stayed just doing that as a company, but they saw a need. And they also saw where the fitness trends were going. Because think about it, back around in the mid 2000s, the digital age was really picking up. And that's where they saw, you know what, people can really connect a lot more online, and people are going to consume more of the information online. And that's where they said, you know what, we can make this even bigger, make a bigger impact. And that's why they started the network marketing division. But that's different than other companies. That's why this company is so solid and secure, because they didn't need and rely on the coaching network to be what's going to keep the company afloat. They were already afloat by the company with the home workout videos. And the coaching network is really kind of the icing on the cake. I just want to give you a little bit of background about myself and kind of where I've come from. I've been in the fitness industry for 26 years, and I was that person that would always say yes to every fitness opportunity or job that was put in my way, and was constantly creating new ways to help people move towards fitness, which included filming my classes at the gym, going home and copying VHS tapes and giving them out to people so that they could do workouts at home because they didn't have gym memberships, or even deciding to do in-home personal training and lugging equipment, going in the dead of winter in upstate New York to train people one time a week. And then you'd go back again the next week and they didn't do what you said you wanted them to do. It was just this constant hamster wheel. But I was that person that always was saying, yes, I could do that. I could do that. And the reason why is because I really want people to fall in love with this kind of a lifestyle and these kind of people. But also, I really wanted more of an opportunity to excel myself more in fitness. I really wanted to work in fitness full time. And if you know anything about the fitness industry, there's no money in it. And to be caught and be like in a fitness video and become fitness famous, it's rare. It's really rare. I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's very rare. So realistically, if you look at the professionals out there, it's really hard for you to really make anything without giving up physically so much of your time to make ends meet. And that might mean even the mortgage. But my background was, you know what? A lot of people would not expect this from me. People would not expect that I was that girl that grew up in a very small country town to divorced parents, an emotionally and physically abusive parent, as well as when it came time for school, we would have to get our new school clothes from the church donation. We were very poor. We didn't have much, and we were not guided towards goal setting or believing in yourself. All I was really taught was you just got to work, and that's it, because we had nothing. And no one would really expect that, especially from me, because of I believe I'm a positive person and I put myself out there, and obviously I live a life of success now that a lot of times people can't see and know that there's actually a big story. My cards were dealt for me. My cards were dealt for me to live a struggling life because of where I've come from, where you just have to constantly work. And I had to get government assistance for medical care and money to go buy food, and then also to go to college. I went to college just for a couple of years because I had to get an associate's degree so I could immediately get started working, and I started working as an x-ray tech. I eventually moved out of x-ray tech into applications for digital equipment for x-ray, and I thought that, you know what, the grass is greener over there. I thought x-ray, oh, this is sucking so hard, and I wanted the grass greener job. And I went there, and then I got there and I was like, oh no. And again, I was painting myself back into a corner of, this is not what I want. I'm traveling every week, state to state, and sometimes country to country, living out of a suitcase. How can I find a guy to marry? I was never going to meet anyone. So I thankfully did meet my husband online on Match.com. And that was way back in 2002. And realistically, it was taboo back then. But finally met my husband, and then we were going to get married 2004. And that's when I finally decided to take a $30,000 pay cut and to work for Chalene Johnson, who's a fitness celebrity and famous business coach. She had a company, Powder Blue Productions, which was a certification company for those workouts that I was doing already. And she offered me a full-time position. And I had to take a big, huge pay cut. But I said, you know what? I really, really want to work home. I really want to have kids. And I really want to work more on fitness. So I got a little bit of security. Got a husband now who's working in the IT industry. He was laid off 2 times in his career, all within the mid-2000s. That career is volatile. But I felt a little secure because at least I had some other income. And I started working for her. Grass greener, grass greener. It was an amazing company. I loved it. I loved her. I learned so much. I grew. We became close friends. I created my closest relationships and friends from the people that were working there in the company. But guess what? Grass greener. We always know. I painted myself into a corner again. I thought I was in the pinnacle of what I wanted to do, working for full-time fitness. But where I painted myself into the corner was, again, I was working on salary. I didn't get paid for extra things I did. And you were expected, not in a mean way, so it's not, I'm not saying Shalene did this in a mean way, but we would do it because we really wanted the company to be successful. So when we were asked to do something, it was kind of like an immediate turnaround that you had to do it. So it didn't matter that you were just going on vacation. It didn't matter that it was weekend. If a video was needed or if an action was needed, it had to be done as soon as possible, drop everything. And it was a salary job, but I was expected to work 24/7, available anytime, any day, because my role was mentoring and training the new people coming on board to work for her and the presenters. And they didn't do this full time. They had other things going on, but I was full time. So it was up to me to constantly drop a hat and go attend to anything that they needed. And because this wasn't everything that they were doing in their life, they couldn't always remember what to do. I became burned out, and I really couldn't move up the ladder in that profession anymore, because in her company, I moved up as high as I could. I was like her right-hand girl. Where can I go? I can't go up any higher in that business. And here's what started to happen here is I started working with her company, created great success as a presenter. She hired me full-time. I helped many of those presenters become amazing, achieving the top in the companies, presenting at fitness conferences, creating workout videos, and so much. But the thing is that, you know what? I had nowhere else to go. And I didn't know where the vision of the future was going to be. And it wasn't until I was 5 months pregnant with my second child. So I had my son, 1.5 years old, and I was pregnant with my daughter, 5 months. Shalene came to me and told me about the coaching opportunity. And I initially said, wait a minute. Someone told me about this like a year ago, and I thought it was stupid and I was not going to do it. I thought it was dumb that people would want to pay a monthly membership so they can get discounts on their supplements. That's what I thought, because I thought that my little discount vitamin card that I could go and get my little, shakes at the store in the mall was good enough. I didn't really see it. And quite honestly, the person that shared it with me probably didn't tell me the correct vision. Why do I want to do that? I didn't see it. But my mentor came and told me, you should check this out. Now, I trusted her, of course, for so many years of working with her and growing insanely successful working with her, that I was like, all right, let me look at this again and really see what this is all about. But here's the other thing. My mentor, my employer, first of all, let me just say, my employer was recommending for me and other people that worked for her to go do this other thing that she knew full well was going to take up time. They were going to have to figure it out and do it to build a business. That then could potentially make them want to quit working for her because they're already rolling in the dough. And that says a lot, because first of all, I didn't know this back then, but she had a plan to sell that company and not do that company anymore. So I would have been without a fitness loving job and having to probably go back into traveling for medical industry again. One decision in your life, that 1 degree of decision in your life can change the course of your life. Here I am. How am I going to do this? I have a 1.5-year-old son, pregnant with a 5-month-old baby girl in my belly. My husband just got a job again after being laid off, but he's going to be working 12 hours a day in a town about 1.5 hours away. And I have a full-time job working for her company 24/7. And I also have 3 fitness part-time jobs, because remember, I said yes to every fitness opportunity. How am I going to do this? I'm going to be up nursing a baby, sleepless. How am I going to do this? But here's what I initially thought. You know what? I'm already doing this. I was already doing it without getting paid. I don't know how much money I made Beachbody before signing up as a coach, because I would recommend their products over and over and over again, because people would ask me for tips, for help. What did you do? So after my first baby, when I had my son Johnny, I had to lose the weight again. What did I do? Turbo. That's what I did. I focused on that program to help me get my body back in shape completely. This makes sense. I am already doing this. But here's the other thing. This was kind of the first opportunity for me that I could actually impact other people's lives that I wanted to work with. Because I couldn't certify someone as a group fitness instructor and they become rich. But really this was an ability for me to be able to bring my family closer, my friends closer, but other people who were just like me. People who are just like me, who just needed to know, what's next? How do I get there? Because that was me. I'm a go-getter. I'm a driver. As you have heard, I will work my butt off. But I always had trying to figure out, how do I get there? I never really knew exactly. And that's what I want to help people with. And I want those people with me because we're like-minded. We have the same vision. But you know what? I knew nothing about network marketing. I never, ever wanted to do any home business where I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to be slimy and sell my family and friends and host home parties and stock inventory and be in debt with it. I didn't want any of that. And you know what? I wasn't even on Facebook at the time. I was only on YouTube and MySpace. And I don't even know what's on those YouTube video. And I don't even know if our MySpace accounts are still even open, you know? But here's the other part. So I knew nothing about network marketing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I didn't even know what the word webinar meant. They told me about it. And I was like, what does that mean? I felt like a dummy because I didn't even know what it meant. But I was like, I'll figure it out. Just like I said in the very beginning of this, you're not going to know what a lot of this stuff means, but who cares? Because as long as you latch on to what you feel connected with and you know is, I feel good about this, just do that. And the other stuff starts to work it out. But here's the big difference, guys. Okay, so when I first got started, all right, I was going to be a new mom again, 2 young kids. I looked, because I was researching constantly, researching online what network marketing is about. What's this company about? Who's been doing it before? Are they successful? And I was kind of seeing what network marketers had to do. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like that I saw that you have to make dinner appointments at people's house and sit down and talk to them about a presentation. I didn't like that you would constantly have to do cold calling and use scripts and constantly try to get people to, check out your business, check out your business. I didn't want any of that because I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be home. I wanted to teach my fitness classes. I wanted to have control over my time. And I didn't like those techniques. I didn't like it when other people did it to me. I hung up on them. So why would I want to do that? I didn't want to do any of that. And I looked at the people that were joining with me as a coach, and the majority of them were just like me. We did not want to set ourselves up to be working all the time, traveling all the time. Most of us were moms. We really love to be home. A lot of us are homebodies. So many of us are like introvert homebodies. By the way, I'm an outgoing introvert. I learned this. I thought I was always an extrovert, but I'm not. An outgoing introvert is, I'll totally talk with anyone and everyone. I have no problem talking to people and obviously doing video. But an introvert, I'm a homebody. I don't always want to go out to parties and clubs, and I like to be home and just nestled. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. This company has allowed me to really kind of as much control over my time. And the reason why this company made sense was because they made it possible. Because if I look at what I have to do to actually make more money outside of, like, if Shalene did shut down that company, and then where was I going to go? If I really wanted to excel more in a career and to make more money, I would have had to go back to college. And I would have had to, of course, gotten a bachelor's degree and spent thousands of dollars, physical time away at the college, but then studying. But then if I even got another job, I just put myself back in that painted corner again. I just put myself working and away from the kids and under someone else's control and time. I didn't want that. I didn't want to work for anyone else. I really didn't want to. So realistically, if I also wanted to get more into the fitness industry, what would I have to do? If I wanted to make more money in fitness, what realistically can I do with control? give up more of my physical time. And that means getting up really early to go personal train people at the gym, and then going back again at night to personal train people all night long, and then weekends, and having to deal with all those cancellations, because every cancellation was another cut out of my pay that week. And then I'm constantly gone from home. I'm not able to put the kids to bed because I have to train people on their demand in time. Those clients that are telling me when they can do it, I have to be under that beck and control. And for me to rely on that and to rely on constantly finding new people to train and constantly crossing fingers that the people I just finished training are going to renew was the security of my finances. I didn't want any of that. I really needed to make sure I had more control over my time. And that's why this company just really made sense. The coaching opportunity, honestly, to create a business of your own is really kind of insane to think about really how easy it is, because you completely do it on your own time. You can even do it on your own phone or on your phone when the kids are asleep, which is exactly when I did it when my baby was born. Here's something I didn't even think to tell you guys. So I was pregnant, 5 months pregnant. I had a 1.5-year-old son. I moved the business, so the business I started, in my first 1.5 years of being in it, to the highest level that you can achieve in the company, a rank that no one in the company before had ever achieved. And I did all of that when my life was at its craziest, with having a baby, my baby actually being 8 weeks old and having to be hospitalized because of almost dying from a viral disease in her lungs and living in the hospital for 2 straight weeks. For her first year of life, that's when my business hit the highest, most successful rank you can achieve. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy and possible and everyone's going to do it. No, because I know not everyone's like me. I know that. And it has happened a lot of other times with other people, but it's up to your control on how fast you want to grow, if you want to grow, what pace you want to grow. But the great thing is it's there. It's possible. That's what you have to consider. And if you want to do it when the kids are sleeping, that was the best time I was able to do it. And even when you're on vacation. But joining as a coach is only $39.95. And it really is astonishing to know that that's actually the only price that it is to join. And on the second month on, every month, you'll have a $15.95 business service fee. And that pays for everything. Your website created and hosted, email, customer service, everything, shipping. You don't have to do anything because they take care of it. And when I actually looked at, again, to look at, is this going to be worth it? I was already going and buying from all those online supplement stores and even the ones in the store, shakes, bars, and supplements, vitamins even, because that's money. I was buying that already every month, spending at least over $100 per month on that stuff, which was normal. And now I can just get it out of my own business. And now it's not a cut out of me, because now I have the potential to also make that back really easy. The commitment to sign up is super simple, because guess what? The price, everything is always money back guaranteed. That's the greatest part about Beachbody is every product, including the coaching opportunity, 30-day guarantee. Bottom of the bag, empty Shakeology bag. You can send it back, an empty bag, and they'll give you your money back. If there's people who really don't see a change or value or positivity in what they're doing, then fine, it's not for you. And that's the way that they look at it. That's the thing. But everything is 30 days money back guarantee. So it's a one-time fee, $39.95. Then second month is $15.95 per month. But here's something else that you want to consider. This is the bonus. All of this is always included. You have complete support. Everything is done for you, including an elite training suite that you have full access to that I've been creating over the years, always morphing, but it's none like any other. We've got the top most successful coaches within the team, the most amount of people that have achieved the highest ranks, the highest amount of income, and the most amount of success. Now, first, I do have to say, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. Each coach's success and income is completely dependent on their own work, time, diligence, and skill. So that's completely up to you. But that says something that we've got these systems nailed. All you do is plug in easy. You log into the training site, simple setup video, and you just follow it 1, 2, 3. Well, what's your pace? What can you realistically do? What do you want to do? It's up to you to drive your course of your future and your success. A lot of people may not want to build this as a business. Some people just want to actually be a part because they want to be a part of the support, the community, the accountability. The accountability of fitness, because that's me. I'm in the best shape of my life now because of that accountability. You can be a coach and not build a business, quote unquote, with it. You don't even need to build a team. You can just use it for simply the 25% discount that you'll get on all the products. So that's something that you might want to consider. But the greatest part is you could be a coach. You don't have to hit any quotas. You don't have to stock any inventory. You decide what you want to do. As I mentioned earlier, you may decide to be a coach and I really don't think I want to build a team. And then you start going and you're like, a couple months have rolled by. And then you got people naturally coming to you where it makes sense. You're like, I think I'm excited to help other people move their future too. So if I look back on my life and I look at even my upcoming year, I go on at least 6 vacations a year. I work really only about 4 days a week. I don't work Friday through Sunday. I have complete control over my time. At a moment's notice, my husband and I can be at the school for any little parade they want to put on, because you know how the schools are always doing these functions in the middle of the day for every little thing. We could be there. And that's the part I'm grateful for. My husband works with me alongside doing this now. He wasn't initially because he didn't want anything to do with another fitness job that I said yes to in the beginning. So for the first 2.5 years of me doing this business, no matter that I had achieved the top success in the company, he didn't know actually how successful I was, because we had different bank accounts. And we had one bank account that paid for the bills, and he had no idea that I was hoarding money in the other one because I didn't know what to do with it and invest it. But right now in my life, I have to look at it and be so thankful that 1 degree in decision of saying yes to something that it didn't make sense to me before, because I am the fittest I've ever been in my life after being a secret yo-yo closet dieter. Yes, a fitness professional who was secretly living 15 to 20 pounds overweight all throughout the year. And then for a short amount of time throughout the year, I would diet down so drastically and bad so that when my boss would see me, she would not know that I was actually a little heavier all the time. She would not know, because you're not supposed to be. That's kind of the social standard. But I didn't have a good handle on me, my mind, my level with food. I could exercise all day, but it's a matter of, in your mind, making that decision, aligning up with the right people and the right systems. And doing this, I'm the most fit in my 40s now. You know you deserve great things in life, right? You know you deserve that. No matter where you've come from. You could be like me, a 4-year-old with a shovel in her hand, told to go out in the backyard to dig a sewer ditch. Yes, that's where I've come from. You could be exactly in a place that you never thought that you would ever be, but there's always a way to change it, and it's just your decision. So you know you deserve great things, and you know your family and those around you deserve those great things as well. But the thing is that I want to make sure that you guys know you're not going to be rich in a year. You could be rich in heart, for sure, and changing people's lives, for sure. But this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not it at all. This is a progressive growth, constant, consistent, progressive growth in changing your life. So could you be rich in a couple years? Most definitely, because I've had a lot of my coaches really make a full-time income because they're very diligent and consistent with growing themselves and other people. And it took about 2 to 3 years for them to be able to do that. So something else I really want to make sure that you know is that you can actually sign up as a coach for free. We already mentioned that the sign-up fee is $39.95, but you don't have to pay that if you just plan to purchase product when you're signing up. And here's the greatest other part, is they have these discount bundles called challenge packs. What they are is they're a discounted bundle of workouts, your first month shake, and access to Beachbody On Demand, which is online workouts of every workout video they've ever created. The difference before was you had to buy your one Pio DVD and that's it. Now you can have access to every workout available. One of the cheapest challenge packs is $140. Well, instead of putting $40 towards just a spot, you're going to apply that towards just product that you're going to be using anyway. That's one though to consider. This one's the most popular. It is the year access to the Beachbody On Demand. 1 full year of every workout ever created and every one that they're going to be putting in there new. And Shakeology for the first month. Coaching for free. All the training and support from me. I've talked about the journey, the possibility, what you might see in yourself that you want something bigger for yourself. It's here. It's here if you want it. It's up to you. And it's up to your pace as well. Everything you need to know about coaching is going to be made available for you. Some of the worksheets that you'll just use every day to just plug and play, know what to do, and you don't have to do anything that sounds icky to you. Do what feels good to you, much like I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I built a life I was happy about and that my friends were happy about and that my family is happy about. Ugh, guys, this has been an amazing journey. Do it now. Don't wait. The more you wait, the longer you're going to be able to change your life. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And if you have questions, please put them in the comments now. I would love to chat more with you about this.